What's going on, guys? It's Chev, and last night a whole bunch of information ended up getting leaked and also confirmed. One of the things that have been officially confirmed was the return of red dots on the minimap, which has been, you know, a rumor for quite some time at this point. The truth is, though, the majority of the information that we were seeing, you know, come out last night, and then Charlie Intel and everybody else started reporting on it, all of these rumors have literally been around for months. I don't know why people right now are starting to freak out. What was the difference? Multiple channels have been covering for months. Why now? Why does everybody believe it now? So yesterday we got official confirmation that the red dots on the minimap were coming back through the text message cell phone thing. I guess with them starting to confirm some of it officially, people started believing all of it now. I don't know. This stuff has been leaked for quite some time. So red dots on minimap immediately already changes like the flow of the game and will change people's builds and things like that, because you can choose whether or not you're gonna, you know, use that suppressor, and then there's trade-offs and stuff like that. The way that the builds are, they work a lot differently with and without suppressors when people know that they appear on the minimap. The thing is, just because you appear on the minimap doesn't necessarily mean it's a weakness. I've been noticing this trend where people are like, well, all these people are going to use suppressors then, and that's just not always the case. I mean, especially coming from an old-time free-for-all player, you can utilize the fact that people will then press your dots every single time you fire. You can actually speed the game up because you're appearing on the radar, because now you're also appearing on the radar along with making that noise. So the classic minimap is back. Another rumor that ended up coming out from Bob is that players will have 150 HP, which means the TTK, I mean, it's literally just a bullet or two longer for time to kill and stuff like that. You have more of an opportunity to fight back with a little bit more HP. Wait, is this not hardcore? How am I not in hardcore? We got the classic minimap, 150 HP. Claims the game will have tactical sprint that regenerates during normal sprint. Just better movement in general. I've been hearing good things about the movement as well. Then Bob also tweeted that MW3 will end up having all of the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, which literally in yesterday's video, I was just talking about how that's going to be the case anyway. But like I was saying, these rumors have been going around for a long time. Yeah, so we're going to be getting all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps as Modern Warfare 3 maps. And a lot of people are like, that's so weird. Why didn't we get that for Modern Warfare 2? Again, it's another thing that points to the fact that it was meant to be a 2-year cycle for Modern Warfare 2, and then they bailed on it because their design was shit. A little confusing. We're having Modern Warfare 3, but it's original Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps. It only sounds weird because that wasn't necessarily a part of the plan. And a lot of people are like, yeah, it's kind of bullshit that they're selling literally all of their fixes in a brand new game. I mean, that just goes to show you it's not just a Call of Duty thing, it's literally an Infinity Ward thing. Infinity Ward refuses to move on their designs. They refuse. So think about that every single time Infinity Ward wants to go and make another game. You're gonna have to assume that if there's something wrong with that design or something you don't like in that design, they're not gonna change it. Get the fuck over it. If you're an Infinity Ward fanboy, that's all you. We've all constantly mentioned the positives and negatives to each and every single one of the studios that we have. And one of the glaring negatives for Infinity Ward that is showing right now is that they literally don't change shit. All the way back from the original Modern Warfare. They won't change shit. They think their design is the best. They don't give a fuck about feedback. The only time they'll even move a little bit is when the player count drops. But again, these studios, they're always on to the next one by the time you're halfway through the year anyway, and they just don't even really give a fuck. Now, the thing is, these Modern Warfare 2 maps will absolutely play different than how they used to. And again, the original Modern Warfare 2 also suffered from, you know, just having no changes whatsoever. Although back then it was a little bit different. They were dealing with a bunch of like studio drama shit. And there was a rumor about a patch that just never was released for the original Modern Warfare 2 that fixed the one-man army noob tubes and other things. The only difference now is that they're very painfully aware of, you know, their design or whatever, and they, I guess, consider it a success. Now, the entire marketing around Modern Warfare 3 is that it's not Modern Warfare 2, and a lot of people are like, well, that's just kind of like a weird marketing ploy, don't you think? Like, I mean, that was the case literally for the original Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, so I don't really... Apparently, we're gonna also have map voting, so map voting along with better maps, or at least we know what those maps will be. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like all the original Modern Warfare 2 maps were good. The player base is even different. Like, people will absolutely play these maps completely different than how they used to. It's also very likely that, like, overall size and the TTK and other things like that, everything will just play vastly different from how it did. And they'll especially play different without the one-man army noob tube. We don't know if we're still gonna have the same lines of sight. We don't know if we're gonna still have, like, the same, like, wall bang areas. We don't know doors and things like that as well. Map voting is a good thing, and also kind of inherently weakens the skill-based matchmaking system. Cold War actually had map voting. And although that game is absolutely still sweaty right now, it still feels a little less restrictive. I'd rather do, you know, away with the skill-based matchmaking altogether, but it's fine. I mean, I got XDefiant anyway. But Ghost of Hope actually put out an entire list here of all the things that were, like, leaks, and half of them are confirmed, confirmed and stuff like that, but everything that has been leaked has been spot on. At least 95% of all of them. Also, I've been seeing on the timeline, there have apparently been rumors about a playtest that has happened. So with information dropping and people mentioning like movement's gonna be great this year, I think the idea that movement could actually be locked behind perks, which would make a whole lot of sense for how it could actually change Warzone. Warzone 2 won't go through like a big engine change or anything like that. The only thing I could think of that could actually change it are new perks that actually modify how your character behaves. So if you have movement perks or gear, like movement boots or some shit, probably sacrificing ninja or something like that, but you can slide cancel, you can reload cancel, something like that. Yeah, first, also right here, this is from April of last year, and over 90% of this is all answered, and has been getting confirmed over this entire time. I don't know why people are freaking out about it now. So MW2 2009 remastered maps also look good. I think there's at least like, 5 to 7 great maps in there. And also with map voting, understand, we don't even have to play the shitty maps. Everybody's like, oh man, I don't want to play Derail. We don't have to. We just vote. And if the vote doesn't pass, I'm leaving the lobby. It's that simple. That's exactly how it worked before, and that's how it's gonna work now. One of the main reasons why map voting was removed is because they wanted us to utilize all of their assets. They wanted us to play every single map that they dumped time and effort and money into making. But on top of that, was part of their skill-based and engagement-based matchmaking, or engagement-optimized matchmaking system to comb through and separate players and disband the lobbies every single time. Every single game with a fine-tooth comb, just go through the players and sort them and put them back into a new lobby over and over and over again. Map voting kind of shows that it's eased up a bit. Perks are categorized as gear. This was the stuff that I was talking about: helmet, vest, gloves, boots. Don't think of this in like any like crazy new way. This is the same thing. Just think 4 perk categories. You have a blue perk, a red perk, a yellow perk, a green perk, or something. Just presented in a different way, but just imagine it as 4 perks. Don't worry about that. Ninja perk could be boots. Stalker perk could also be related to boots. 150 health, that's gonna help, fight back a little bit in some gunfights and stuff. And I'm personally more of a fan of the a little bit higher HP, modes. Not too high, because then people like handhold together and stuff like that, and they kind of weaponize the amount of HP that they have. Whereas instead of getting out 200 damage quickly with 2 players in front of you, now you have to put out 300 damage worth in the period of time that you see everybody. So the more HP there is, the less likely it is that you can actually kill multiple players, but you have more outplay potential. I enjoy it. Classic minimap, that's with the red dots and stuff. Every single time you fire, a red dot will appear on the minimap if you don't have a suppressor. If you do have a suppressor, it will keep you off the minimap. And also the ninja perk being in the game could also say something for the audio. How loud are all of the player footsteps? Because a lot of people like to pretend that literally just using your ears is a skill set. It is not a skill set. War mode from World War II. This is kind of confusing to me a little bit, just because if we're getting the original maps, and this is war mode from World War II, World War II had their own war maps. Does that mean we're going to be getting war maps as well included? Or is maybe war mode just won't be in the game off launch? Or there's other maps that we just simply don't know? Because the thing is, if they're releasing all of these original Modern Warfare 2 maps, and then the new seasons come out, they're gonna have to produce original maps. So maybe that'll be the case, in there. Reload canceling again could be tied to perks, or just in general. I'm hoping that this is just in general a normal thing. I want to be able to reload cancel. It's just there to make reloading more punishing, which is just such a stupid thing. People are already dying in the middle of reloading. You don't need to increase that window, force players to slow down. Slide canceling again could be connected to the perks, or in general could just be there altogether. I don't know. Hey, we could be slide canceling around with ninja on. I would like that. Map voting, outbreak zombies, the usual rumors that we've been hearing. Also, I saw this tweet on my timeline. They said Shipment 24/7 killed Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't know why multiplayer players have this like weird thing where they feel like they have to blame something that's within their already starved game mode. I'll never understand this shit. I understand that there could be a group of players that get annoyed and pissed at Shipment and things like that, but understand that they have pressed people and have built the game in a particular way to make Shipment and the small maps literally the most efficient thing. And since we have a new season that resets people over and over and over again, and 90+% of their player base have 9 to 5 jobs or just other things to do with their lives, do not want to sit there playing a map like this when they can go and play something like Shipment. To say that somehow Shipment is bad for multiplayer when it's literally one of the few good things that are going in multiplayer is crazy to me when you have the original perpetrator there alive and well. Warzone. Warzone is the reason why multiplayer has suffered. Warzone is what is killing multiplayer. Warzone is what takes resources away from multiplayer. That's not an opinion, it is a fact. So die on that hill if you want, but you're literally wrong. You die for nothing. It's Warzone. Sorry, had to get that out of my system. Just so blatantly fucking wrong. So yeah, that's all the rumors compiled there. We've been discussing this stuff for quite some time at this point. I'm happy that at least some of it is getting confirmed very, very slowly. But yes, Modern Warfare 3 is going to be basically Modern Warfare 2 fixed. The reason why we're getting Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps in a game called Modern Warfare 3 is because they were originally planned for Modern Warfare 2 Year 2. Again, multiple things have been pointing to the fact that that rumor about it being a second year, because for whatever reason, some people still want to deny that that was the case, or say that, oh, they never confirmed it. They don't need to confirm it. Of course they wouldn't confirm it. If I was developing a game and there was a rumor going around that makes me look bad, why would I confirm that? Why would I even talk about that? Everything points to the fact that there was absolutely a plan for Modern Warfare 2 Year 2. They were going to skip a year, put out a big update for Modern Warfare 2 in Year 2. It had an extension to campaign and everything, and that's what this game is. It explains the reduced dev time that they had for Modern Warfare 3 overall. It explains why the majority of the changes on the game are something that now they will not do on the original Modern Warfare 2, because it impedes on Modern Warfare 3's gameplay loop. They won't change it on here. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Some people feel some type of way that, you know, the game is just a quote DLC and all this other stuff, but ultimately it is just going to be a better version of Modern Warfare 2. I said it. If that's not enough for you, don't get the game. It's that simple. X-Defiant is coming out. Other games are, plenty of other games will be out. That's why X-Labs and Plutonium and all those things were so great, because those things got rid of the one-man army noob tubes. It made you experience the game in a way. It was actually a fixed version of the game with rule sets and other things like that. All the cheese and shit is just gone. Now, I'm not saying that all the cheese is going to be removed from Modern Warfare 3. It'll absolutely have its own issues. But again, this is Sledgehammer. They won't go down that path where they go, well, this is our design and this is our vision. Cry about it. Again and again and again, I have to say it, regardless of what you feel about Vanguard, during Vanguard, they made sweeping changes. I said this before Vanguard, Sledgehammer is the developer that cleans up the other dev team's messes. Usually Infinity Ward, because they always make the biggest mess, and I enjoy them.